Dogs and babies actually have quite a lot in common. They are both playful, lovable, and they can have a pretty hard time expressing themselves in a way that people will understand. Babies may not be able to talk yet, but that doesn't mean they don't have a lot to say. They just have trouble finding someone who will listen, and that's where dogs come back into the equation. So when this talkative baby found a willing ear, he decided to really cut loose, and you have to see who bore the brunt of his verbal abuse. Babies are always talking. Sure, it might take them some time to actually learn how to transform the words into a language that is understandable by other human beings, but that certainly doesn't stop them from babbling, cooing, and yammering away in their own special language. Some parents are so excited to talk with their babies that they even learn sign language. That's right. There's a special sign language designed purely for babies to employ with their parents and other adults before they have figured out how to speak. While sign language is all well and good, some babies have figured out ways of making themselves understood, even if it isn't exactly helpful. For some tiny tots, this means babbling a little bit, while for others it means crying until they get what they want. Still, one baby took this a step further. When this baby realized that his parents weren't taking him seriously, he had to turn to an unlikely pal. He knew that there was just one thing left for him to do if he wanted his parents to understand why he was so upset, and he was sure this furry friend could help. When this little boy started babbling, his parents had no idea what he was talking about, but something sure had him boiling under the collar. When it became clear that his parents couldn't give him what he wanted, he turned to the family bulldog. While this little baby might not have been able to express himself in words, that certainly wasn't stopping him from sharing his thoughts while the family pooch listened attentively. It looked like the baby was listing his complaints on his fingers. The bulldog didn't seem that impressed by whatever had this little baby all worked up, though. The baby, realizing his case wasn't being treated with the gravitas it required, wasn't above making some other, slightly louder points for the bulldog's benefit. Unfortunately, no matter what the baby tried, it seemed like his message just wasn't getting through to his pooch. While the bulldog still seemed interested in what had the littlest family member in a tizzy, the baby seemed about ready to give up on his complaints. Finally, the dog, at a total loss, looked to his owners for some help translating what was coming out of the mouth of the frantic little toddler. When no answers seemed to be forthcoming, he was left to decide how to handle this baby on his own, and what he did was priceless.